everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sandy and this is Coco's Hair Solutions. Today what we're going to do is a wig review on Jaclyn Smith's Timeless. You can get Jaclyn Smith's Timeless at paulayoung.com, or you can contact them through their catalog. And in this catalog, this is the picture of Timeless that we're going to be reviewing today. And we're going to review her in the same color. It's called Silver Starlet, and it's the number 46/56/60 #4. So if you're going to purchase one of these wigs, it's going to come to you in this kind of box. You're going to see all the data on the end of the box as well as the tag that's attached to her. Okay, let's go ahead. We'll open this up. She comes all supported in tissue and some extra netting. And then we're going to go ahead and take her out of the box and shake her out. I've already removed the tag from her just so that we can see. So what we've got is a really nice classic bob that should hit you around chin length. And this is the natural rooting. We'll take a look at that up close. You can see it's got just enough permatease to cover the wefting and not show when you're parting it. It's just perfect, I think. I think it's perfect. Now, if we pull on it really hard, of course, you're going to see some of that wefting. But even left to its own devices, the hair will cover the wefting, okay, or the cap at all. Let's take a look at that cap construction before we look at the dimensions. So what we have is a basic cap construction for this particular wig. It's got that rose lace all across the top and the crown, and the front has about a 1/2 inch or 5/8 band of soft velvety fabric that lays across that transitional period from your forehead to your scalp, and it's very soft and it makes it not itchy at all. We have open wefting on the sides and the back, as well as open ear tabs, which are really nice, and it looks like they've got some hairs that have been tied to the wefting from the underside of the cap. What this does is adds a feature that makes it look more natural. When we have hairs coming from underneath the cap, they sit closer to the hair and the scalp line, and it just is an infallible, seamless appearance. We also have an open extended nape on this wig. So we've got the addition of this extension here to our nape area. It's got also that really soft velvety fabric with Velcro adjusters as well. Okay, now let's take a look at the dimensions of the hair. So the top and or at least the front of this, let's see if I can get that sitting right. Okay, the front, which is the bang area, that's going to be 4.5 inches. The top and the crown area are both 8 3/4. So it's going to fall behind here and go down quite a ways, almost to the occipital bone area. The sides are 5 1/4. So we're going to have an upward kind of sculpting. You can see where the hair on the sides is going to be a little bit shorter than that in the back. Alrighty, the upper back is 8 inches, so it falls down below the occipital bone. And then the nape is 1 3/4. And what they're doing is they're measuring that nape from the edge of this extended nape. So in reality, you've got coverage of about 3 inches from the occipital bone area. If you're interested in how to measure your head for purchasing wigs, see my other video on how to do that. And that'll explain a little bit more in detail how you know where these things will land on your face, how the sides and the length will fall on your face based on your own personal measurements. So let's take a look. I think we're ready to go ahead and try her on. But before I take this off, can you guess what this is? This happens to be another Paula Young wig, and it's called Juno in the color Silvery Moon. It's a wonderful blend of grays and silvers, And it even has some darkening of the colors in the back underneath. So it's a very realistic wig, and I love it. It's just the right length for me. So anyway, let's take her off, and we'll go ahead and put on Timeless right now. So we shake it out a little bit, activate some of those permatease fibers, get this adjusted on correctly, get that right where I want it to be on my hairline. That looks good. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of finger combing to get this to kind of settle down a little bit. And, well, there you go. Pretty quick and easy, I'd say. Of course, I might want to take a comb through it, and be sure and always use a wide tooth comb on any of your wigs. You can get that to, there we go. So you can see where the sides are a 5 1/4 inch, and they do hit me shorter. They hit me above where my jawline is, and my jawline is at about 8 inches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust the nape to be up at the occipital bone, and what that does, it brings up the back of the wig to have a little bit fuller and rounder appearance, and that's what it was meant to do. And that's parting it on the kind of the middle to the side. Let's take a look at that part. Can you see anything underneath there? I really find that Jaclyn Smith's wigs are impeccable in this regard. You don't see the wefting. You just don't. It has just the right amount of permatease in there to disguise it, but it's enough to not look so fake. You know, I don't handle a lot of permatease very well. I can make it work, but I prefer not to have a lot of it, just because I think my whole life I've always had thin, fine hair, and so I'm just used to it being a little less full. But there are those moments when I really do want big hair. So then when I do, I want to be able to have it. And so when I do want some in this particular style, what I do is I will go ahead and tease this crown area and zhuzh it back, maybe even spritz it with some water. I'll go ahead and put it behind my ears, maybe leave a little bit out front or put it all behind. I can wear a headband. If you've got a headband you like to wear, you can just put it on, and it adds another dimension to your hairstyle. It makes it look like it's real. And scarves are great, little clips, maybe even tiny little pretty little blingy clips even if you wanted. You can put 1 or 2 or 3 in there, and they look really cute. But I find this wig to be a real easy shake and go wig for me. Now I am noticing that straight out of the box, this doesn't have a real thick bang, and they want to lay flat. So my solution for that is I usually will take and pull the hairs back and rub my fingers together and press, bend the hairs back against the wig itself, and press against it and hold it there for about 30 seconds. And what I end up getting is a little bit more of a poof for my bang. And that allows me to fill it in a little bit more. It gives me more contour. You know, but that's an easy thing to do, and I don't have to add any curling irons or anything like that. This particular fiber is the Kanekalon fiber, which is not necessarily heat friendly, but it can withstand a little bit of warmth and coaxing. That's why I always use my fingers. Once in a while, if I wanted to, I might use a hot airbrush that doesn't get above 300 degrees. And that's about the extent of what I would do with these types of wigs. So they're not marketed as heat friendly, and if you apply heat to it, it can ruin your wig. But anyway, I have had this wig, not this one, but my other one, which is right here. It's the same wig. I've had this for 2 years. It's lovely. I love this wig, and I wear it a lot. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed my review of this wig, And if you like my videos, give me a thumbs up, leave any comments in below, and we will see you next time. Okay? Bye-bye.